G'day and welcome to this week's video. My name's Robert Gowdy and this week we're going to check out esports and the growing business that it is. If you've got some value out of our videos in the past, please subscribe, that'll be great, and for those that have already subscribed, thank you for supporting us. So this week we're looking at the growing phenomenon that is esports, and it's already a very big business. Gaming itself is obviously it's been a huge business for a number of decades now, but this business is growing. It's the numbers are absolutely staggering, and esports, where people are playing competitively in the virtual world of these games, is obviously growing, and the prize money that goes along with it is growing along quickly. And as you can see from the graphic that we've got up here, is a picture of where people are actually filling out stadiums like they would to go and see a concert such as Metallica or a classy band like Iron Maiden, and they're going to watch people play video games. Now, in the past, probably showing my age here, going to sitting down to watch other people play video games is not something that I've enjoyed in the past. But watching my son play Fortnite in the past actually has been a bit of fun, because the competition component of it is obviously very addictive, like it is for these people. So, just a quick outline: what is esports? It's essentially, obviously, an organised multiplayer video game, and obviously it's where professional players and or teams are competing against each other for prizes. Obviously, spectators for the most part are watching via YouTube or Twitch, which I think is owned by Amazon. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So they're watching people live playing these games. In more recent times, people are now venturing into stadiums and auditoriums to watch them play physically on stage, which is obviously quite unique and a new thing. And obviously a lot of these sport games, obviously League of Legends, Call of Duty, Fortnite, probably the Fortnite one's the one that I'm most familiar with, due to my 14-year-old son. Will never played many games in the past, never got addicted. He loved his football and his cricket and his fishing, but Fortnite got him for a good 3 or 4 months, which was, showed the addictive power of these assets. So a bit of background on Fortnite, and something that only came through in the last couple of days, that Epic Games is the creator of Fortnite. You can play Fortnite for free. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. You do need obviously a console, PC, and a very good internet connection. There's 250 Fortnite players out there, and in May of last year they made nearly $320 million in revenue. Now, interesting enough, the revenue from obviously what is essentially a free game comes from people purchasing skins, which is the clothes, so in-app purchases, clothes or dance moves. So none of these give you an advantage in the game, it's just the way you look within the game. So people are comfortable to spend money on this type of stuff for no advantage within the game itself. Now, just recently, or this year into 2019, Epic Games have come out. They're now holding the Fortnite World Cup, and there is prize money of up to $30 million. So this is serious business. And as you can see, they are taking in over $300 million per month. So what they've essentially committed to doing over this season, 2019, there's $100 million worth of prize money that's going to come up. But initially they have a prize pool of $30 million for the World Cup. There's about 10-12 weeks worth of trials leading up to it, and then they will have a live final in New York in June, July, somewhere there. So post that, on a weekly basis, it's going to be $1 million tournaments and prize money up for grabs on a weekly basis. So yeah, this is going to be very enticing for people to become even more competitive than what they're doing at the moment. And just to give you a bit of an idea, the number one prize for the World Cup that's coming up for Fortnite is $3 million for first prize, which is actually more than where obviously the winner of Wimbledon gets. Of course, with Fortnite, there is one of these per year. With tennis and other sports, there's multiple tournaments on all the time, but this is really going to be the growing trend, and it's going to help people become even more engaged in these platforms. So just a bit more information about some of the other the sports and obviously the prize money that flows through. So this is big business. Looking at some of the figures, in 2017 there was nearly 600 major esports events held. So people are paying. You can see there's nearly $60 million for tickets where people have gone to watch, and there's an estimate that could be worth $2.4 billion by 2020. So we are well on the way. In terms of the audience, you can see that the audience is growing very quickly. So estimated there'll be coming up to 300 million people involved in esports, and obviously the prize pool is jumping, and I'd argue that some of these figures might be outdated based on what Epic Games are doing currently. So really substantial opportunity. It's one of these investment trends that we're not ignoring for our clients. So understanding some of these trends and who are the players within it is then the difficult part, because like many of these these new technologies, these new trends that are out there, there'll be many many losers and only a few really big winners in the game. So I hope that was a bit of value. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. Catch you later on. Bye.